Bitcoin is dropping right now to the downside, and I can tell you time is running out for a bigger move here to the upside, and I'm gonna show you the exact levels that we have to watch now, and if we get a potential bounce here back to the upside. And if you think that is interesting, then you should definitely make sure that you are subscribed to this channel, you are liking this video, and also smash the bell so that you will never miss out on these important updates. And now let's directly jump into today's content here. So here on the 4-hourly chart, what we can see is that we basically get right now a retest of that downward sloping resistance line that we have broken and hopefully has turned into support right now. For now, it looks like that we're getting a small bounce above it, but we have still another 3 hours before this candle is closing. So what I would preferably like to see is that we get continuation to the upside here, and that was just a retest of that trend line, and from here we continue to go sideways with a potential break here into higher levels again. And as you can see, if you compare yesterday's video to today's video, we got here also more liquidation levels here again, which makes it also more attractive to push the price higher and to grab that liquidity. So but I don't want to stay too long on this specific chart here. Here on this 4-hourly chart, we have right now a symmetrical triangle shaping up, which is in essence a bullish pattern, but it only breaks 7 out of 10 times to the upside when it's bullish, and 3 out of 10 times it breaks to the downside. So there's a 70% chance that we are breaking here to the upside and 30% chance that we are breaking to the downside. So here I still lean a little bit more to the upside unless we would close this 4-hourly candle as it is, and then you can actually look for potential shorts. And I'm gonna show you in a second what levels we can then target if we would get a candle close outside that symmetrical triangle. If that symmetrical triangle would be playing out and we would see a break to the upside, then we would have a potential target here of $29,500. So that is an over $2,000 move right now here. It's a $2,100 move to the upside. And if we would break this to the downside, let's say we break it now to the downside, then we would have a downside target of $25,800. So where would I take my short position? I would take my short position for once when we are breaking here 27,170, and the long position I would only take, to be really sure, around here these levels. Yeah, around $28,000 is my entry for a potential long move here on that specific pattern. Then here on the 12-hourly chart, we can clearly see that Bitcoin is retesting right now the underlying support that is coming in here in that box from 27,150 all the way up to $27,400. And right now, like I said, we are experiencing a small bounce here back to the upside. If that bounce is successful, then we can also bet on a scenario that we will continue to go here higher. And also here, as long as Bitcoin stays above that upwards trending support line, I'm not really worried about continuation here to the upside, but lose that line and we will see a really quick move, something like this, to the downside to potential $22,000 if that trend line would be broken, and also that support box that we are in right now would be broken to the downside. To the upside, we have also here a downward sloping resistance line right now sitting at $28,644 respectively, and the horizontal resistance at $28,400 still luring up there. And I'm gonna show you the next obvious zone of resistance that is just sitting above us, and that is here, that area. That is the key area that Bitcoin has to break here. Yeah, so that is the imminent resistance that Bitcoin has to break. And here we can clearly see we stepped right into it and got immediately rejected. And there you see actually how strong that resistance area is if we get an immediate rejection from a resistance like that. So, and this resistance is coming in from $28,500 all the way to almost $29,000. But here comes now the reason why I believe that we're going to break it to the upside, because on the higher time frames, the stochastic RSI is resetting. And by tonight, we should see a bounce here back to the upside, which should normally lead to a 4 to 5 day uptrend in Bitcoin, or at least upward sloping sideways action with a potential blow off pump here into that resistance area here once again. And that is what I'm expecting here over the next couple days to unfold for Bitcoin. And guys, don't forget, if you want to trade these kind of trades with me together, do this on BYBIT. You still get $30,000 if you use here my specific link here in the description in the pinned comment below, or on BitGet. There you still also get a deposit bonus if you use my specific link. And if you want to get my trades, most of them in real time, once I'm taking them, and also a lot of altcoin trades that I'm taking myself, then you should definitely sign up for my private Discord. But there is a condition to join that Discord. You need to have a BYBIT or a BitGet account that you registered under the link here in the description or in the pinned comment below, and have at least $250 in that account. So if you met these criteria, then go and fill out this form and become part of my Discord server. Otherwise, in a couple of days, there will be a direct link to the Discord server, but still there will be a verification bot to check if you meet the criteria. If you don't meet the criteria, you will see no content on these channels in the Discord. So make sure that you meet the criteria. Let's move on to this chart here. So here on this 4-hourly chart also, we can see now that the imbalance that we had here in this area got filled and we overshot. Guys, remember, that's always what I tell you. You know, imbalances, they tend to overshoot on Bitcoin. Normally they don't get filled to the dollar, they overshoot a little bit because Bitcoin is of course more volatile, and in general crypto is more volatile than traditional markets where you actually to the dollar can target these imbalances. So we have overshot here, and now moving to here, the downside for now. Also here, this downward sloping resistance support line got respected, and we saw a bounce here to the upside, and still this imbalance all the way up here is still unfilled. So I still expect a move from Bitcoin to the upside to fill this imbalance here at the range of $28,400 all the way up to $28,600. Nonetheless, I want to remind you guys that in a bearish case, if Bitcoin is not able to hold $27,200, $400, that also here on the daily chart, the EMA Ribbon will not flip bullish and go back into an uptrend. And we most likely going to see then here a rollover in the EMA Ribbon, which will mean continuation to the downside. And this continuation, in my opinion, will lead to a move to $24,800. So watch in the next couple of days, basically tomorrow and after tomorrow, what's happening with the EMA Ribbon here on the daily chart, because that most likely will give us direction where we will be heading over the next coming days, and potentially the next 1 to 2 weeks for the Bitcoin price. And that's it already for today's episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure that you smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and you'll see you then again tomorrow.